Yo! What's good? What's good? What's good? We're back. Brand new episode, Weekly Bites. It's Friday, Saturday. Who knows? Whenever I finish editing this video. But this week, there wasn't that much going on. The biggest topic, the Super Bowl. I pretty much already reported on that in my last video. If you want to see my thoughts, it was mainly about the halftime show. You can watch it in that video up there. Moving on from that, we have this week's topics. The first one we're going to get into is Haley Welch, aka Hawk Tuah Girl, is back from her hibernation she took after crypto scamming her audience. Last time we saw her, she was on a Twitter space talking about what happened with the coin or whatever with the developers. Honestly, it was a mess. It was a shit show, and she said she was going to bed, and we haven't seen her in 2 months.
Hey guys, I hate to interrupt you, Nick. Hello there. But anywho, I'm gonna go to bed, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.
This week, she pops out of nowhere with her podcast, and she brought out this episode with FaZe Banks. FaZe Banks was also on that Twitter Spaces, calling her out for the crypto stuff. I guess he went on the podcast. Okay, let's take a look at this clip.
Thank you to all my true fans and all the people that actually watch my stuff and they keep up with me. We're trying to sort out all the pieces and stuff to like get all this figured out and make everything right. Oh my god, I'm gonna cry.
No, don't cry. Don't cry.
She's gonna cry because she scammed her audience? That's what we're doing now? You're not the victim here.
Don't cry. Everything's gonna be good. We're gonna be good.
Everything's gonna be good. We're gonna be good. No, we're not, buddy. Send her to jail. Jail. Jail.
Their team's been very forthcoming. My team is vetting them the fuck out right now and has been for the last week. Thread Guy and Frank, they're gonna be on this episode.
Thread Guy and Frank, he's vetting her the fuck out. What is there to vet? Don't we know everything that happened?
Blend and mash of worlds. No.
It rolled out.
Don't cry, Haley. It's fine. It's
not fine. It's not fine.
Well, so basically how this idea got brought to me, it was supposed to be like what do they call it, a long-term coin.
Okay, there is quick for the record, unless we're talking about like Bitcoin, maybe Monero, depending on what you're doing online, and then Ethereum. I don't even know what Ethereum is at right now, but basically there is no such thing as a long-term coin, especially if it's based around some influencer or some YouTuber. What the fuck is a Hawk coin? Why would that ever become a thing that people use? Hawk coin?
And the guy that ran the account, he was like, oh, we're gonna change like the way everybody thinks of crypto's.
I don't know how you're this delusional. I guess maybe because you blew up off saying one sentence, so it's like, oh shit, maybe I can reinvent the way crypto works. No. Why would you, of all people, be the one to reinvent how crypto works? You, someone who don't even know how a coin works.
And all the money out of this episode is getting donated to all the animals that have been affected by the fires.
That's nice. That's nice. All the animals. Fuck the niggas who vetted on the coin. Fuck them.
What makes this bad and what makes what Iggy Azalea is doing maybe even good, and what makes Trump's doing different, right? I want to get through all that.
It's not different. They're all the same. They're all the same. Just different levels of celebrity. They're all the same. Do not bet on these coins. Apparently, this episode of the podcast was not supposed to be released. So then Banks responded online with this long ass twit longer. I thought there was a word limit on Twitter, first of all, but he's explaining his side of the story. So in an attempt to hear Haley Welch's side of the story, I agreed to do her podcast. I had heavy stipulations, not allowing markets to be manipulating by leaking this episode existence before a resolution was found. Obviously no resolution was found. Her team finding a real solution regarding the money she made, where that should go, and what to do with the Hawk project moving forward. We've heard no updates. Who knows what's going to happen to all the money she stole from people. These were non-starters, and we were told this episode would never see the light of day if we would only ever see the light of day if we explicitly greenlight it. These incompetent retards leaked and or insider traded the token. We noticed a random spike in the volumes on the coin 2/2 along with random messages asking if we did the podcast. Oh, wait, so they double dipped? They double dipped. She went back for more. Okay, I don't know if she specifically went back for more, but he's saying someone went back for more. Now today's episode randomly gets leaked. The price of a Hawk is pumping and they completely fucking fumbled the bag yet again. What a mess. Moving on. I'll keep following this, see where this goes. I'm I'm so surprised we haven't moved on past this girl yet. But next story, we got the billionaires going at it. Big billions. We got Elon Musk, CEO of obviously Tesla, SpaceX, Twitter. What else? I don't know if Boring Company's still a thing, but that. Oh, and head of Doge. Let's not forget that one. He is beefing with Sam Altman. If you don't know who Sam Altman is, he is the CEO of OpenAI. If you don't know what OpenAI is the company behind ChatGPT. So bear with me. I gotta explain some details before I go into the story because it has some moving parts. Okay, so basically, OpenAI is a non-profit company, right? So the way it works, you have the board of directors. You have this OpenAI non-profit, which is valued at around 40 billion. But OpenAI non-profit also owns the profit version of the company. Recently, OpenAI has been trying to change the whole thing, saying fuck this non-profit part and trying to make the whole thing for profit pretty much. Until then, it's still a non-profit. So Elon Musk decides, okay, this part is valued at 40 million. I'm just going to send an offering at 97 million. So the board of directors can't refuse. And obviously, Sam Altman is not gonna fuck with that. You're trying to fuck with his moves right now. And then they start going at it online. Basically, Elon says like Sam Altman's incompetent. He thinks he could do a better job. Sam Altman responds and he's like, okay, that's what we doing. I'm not going for it. He called Elon out pretty bad.
I think he's probably just trying to slow us down. He obviously is a competitor.
Do you think Musk's approach then is from a position of insecurity about XAI?
Probably his whole life is from a position of insecurity. I feel for the guy.
Feel that?
I do.
Yeah, that's fucked up, bro. Imagine like you're over here playing billionaire games with another billionaire, and he's just like, bro, your whole life is just a joke. Like, this shit's sad. I get Elon has mad money, but legally, surely we gotta put a cap on this shit. Like, this nigga is at the head of our government, digging through our files and shit. He's over here fighting to own OpenAI. He has Twitter. He has Tesla. He has SpaceX. Mind you, a lot of these companies receive government contracts. The same government that he's overseeing right now, pretty much. So I think there's a conflict of interest there. But hey man, these games are a little bit above my tax bracket. Actually, how much tax do we think Elon pays? Do we think he actually pays that shit? Okay, moving on. Recently in Ohio and Mississippi, there has been what I like to call a goon tax proposed. These representatives introduced a bill to make it so that, just read bro, Ohio and Mississippi bill aims to make ejaculating without intent to conceive a felony, costing over $10,000. It's not as bad as it seems. The intention behind it was more as a joke. The people who introduced it, they're like, if you can control women's bodies, we should be able to control men's bodies as well. They introduced that. It's basically, I'm gonna keep calling it a goon tax, no matter what, because it's funnier that way. The bill in Ohio is called Conception Begins at Erection Act. One of the senators who introduced it said, you don't get pregnant on your own. If you're going to penalize someone for an unwanted pregnancy, why not penalize the person who is also responsible for the pregnancy? I don't really care. This isn't gonna go anywhere, but I just thought it was funny. The first offense will be $1,000 fine, and then it rises to $5,042.47 for the second fine, and then $10,084.93 for the third fine. It also says the act of gooning will not be punished. Obviously, it didn't say it like that, but yeah. So it only includes the like actually having sex to make a kid, not gooning alone. It doesn't apply to anyone in the LGBT community or women with birth control. So if you're a licensed gooner in Ohio, you know, keep doing your thing. You're good for now. All right, that's it. We're done. We're so done. Just, you know what to do. Hit them buttons. I'll see you guys next week.